Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Carnage Reviews. My name is Eric. Today, we're checking out a short film. And this is only the second time on the channel that I've looked at a short film. The other film was Rejected. And I don't mean that I rejected it, I mean that is the title of the film, which I highly recommend checking out. The short film I'll be talking about today is a Spanish film called Aftermath. Aftermath shows us what happens to us when we die. And it doesn't show us the afterlife or heaven or hell or anything like that. It shows us what happens to our bodies. And hopefully some of the things that happen in this film doesn't happen to any of us when we die. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. During my college days, I would show Aftermath to unsuspecting friends on movie night. Let's just say I was never allowed to pick another movie again. Upon its release, Aftermath was very controversial. In fact, when it was released on DVD by Unearthed Films, a lot of retailers would not stock it. Aftermath was directed by Nacho Cerdà. It stars Pep Tosser, Jordi Torrada, Angel Taras, and Shivi Kolomir. The entire setting of Aftermath takes place in a hospital morgue, where we see autopsies and other, I'll just say, things performed on dead bodies. A young woman is killed in a car accident after running over a dog. Her body is taken to the morgue, where an overly enthusiastic worker gets very excited to see her. So excited that he does many things that are, well, probably against company policy. Clocking in at just 32 minutes long, Aftermath packs one hell of a punch. And I've said this before, but in my opinion, it's much more difficult to produce a short film because you're given less time to tell a story that's both engaging and satisfying. During its entire runtime, Aftermath has zero dialogue, which really adds to the tension and uneasiness the film creates. And it's fitting because when you're dead, all that's left is the meat sack you once occupied. So, really, all that there would be is silence. The mortician who interacts with the dead girl does a really good job at being a convincing lover of the dead. And as I said, there's no dialogue in the movie, so he has to do this with his movements, his expressions, his eyes, even the way he breathes. Before making Aftermath, the director witnessed actual autopsies. The film is gory, but it's not over the top gory. It's rather realistic, which makes it even more disturbing. The effects used were of really high quality at the time. Given the subject matter, and if you've seen Aftermath, you're probably aware that I really can't show you guys a lot of clips from this movie without YouTube striking me down. Um, I'll just say that the effects, I think, are very realistic, and even though the film was made in '94, which I was 7 or 8 years old at the time, if you're curious, I think they hold up really well. And there's one particular scene that you will never forget. And I'll just tell you this. If you're a fan of the band Cannibal Corpse, there's a certain song that will come to mind when you see this scene. And I won't tell you the title of the song. I'll just say that the lead singer of the band, typically when they're playing live, they'll say that this song is for all the women out there. And boy, when you watch this movie, if you know the song, it will definitely come to mind. As far as how to watch Aftermath, in 2005, I believe, Unearthed Films put Aftermath out on DVD along with two other short films by the director. And I saw it on eBay for a reasonable price. On Amazon, it's like $100, which, I guess it really depends on your budget and what you're willing to spend. But I do highly recommend the DVD. This was back in the day when companies put effort into the DVD menus. So they're really interactive and cool. And there's also a really interesting documentary that pretty much goes over the entire making of Aftermath, from script to storyboard to the actual production. And it's really in depth. And I highly recommend it if you're into filmmaking or if you just want to learn more about the film. Uh, as far as online, I'm sure there are places where you can watch it. Um, I don't really recommend that, but hey, you do you. Aftermath is an extreme film. It's a gory film, but that's not the main point of it. Aftermath shows us a part of life that is natural, something we will all one day experience. It's a situation we will all be in. Hopefully, we won't all have the same type of mortician that this poor woman did. But you never know. It could happen. That's the point, because like in birth, in death, we are vulnerable. I give Aftermath 5 skulls. Have you seen Aftermath? Share your experience with the film in the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give that like button a good old schmacky schmack. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. According to YouTube, a lot of you guys that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to the channel. And it's actually really easy to do. Just hit the subscribe button along with the bell icon, and that'll keep you up to date with my latest content. Well, folks, that's it for me today. If Aftermath has taught me anything, it's that anyone that handles or works with dead people is an absolute freak. I kid, guys. Take care. Bye bye.